Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So as you can see, today's topic is going to discuss how to write or frame a correct English sentence. So we all have the basic understanding of how we wish to communicate something that we want to say, but sometimes we might just be short of words to fill in and write a proper sentence. So today's lesson is going to deal with steps that we need to understand so that we can improve our writing through the formation of better sentences. So today's lesson is part 1 of sentences. We shall come up with part 2 in a couple of days time. So I'll request you to watch the video till the end to get the complete basic understanding of how to write sentences. So before moving on, a quick reminder to please hit the subscribe button and do not forget to hit the bell icon right next to it. If you don't do this, you will not receive the notifications for our upcoming videos. So let's move on with the lesson. So as I said, a sentence has elements or pieces that we need to put in together so that what we get as the output statement is well framed or well understood by the reader or the listener. So if not done, it can lead to confusion and not be able to infer its right meaning. So why is it so essential to have a sentence structured? That is because we make use of modifiers. Modifiers are nothing but words or phrases that describe what we want to say in a sentence. So if you misplace a modifier, then it's going to lead to a lot of confusion and not have the sentence being understood properly. So it is quite essential that you put in modifiers at the right place and in the right manner. So we'll look at it through an example. To improve his speaking skills, a video was watched. So this particular statement here does not clearly state as to who watched the video. So these kind of sentences are not accurate and will not correctly imply what the meaning is. So a better way to write this would be, in order to improve his speaking skills, our friend watched a video. So if the sentence is modified in this manner, it is quite clear that our friend was the one who watched the video. So this is a perfect way of writing a sentence accurately. Now, let's look at what the order should be when we are framing sentences. It is quite essential that you always get the order right so that the meaning is inferred in the right manner. So we all know that a sentence has subject, it has a verb, and it has an object in some cases. But the point here is to have them in the correct order. So whenever you write a sentence, always have the subject first, followed by the verb, and then the object. So let's have an example here. John kicked the ball. So here you see the subject is John, who is performing an action, and the action in this case is kicked. So the action becomes the verb and the action is being done on the ball. So the ball is the object here. So John kicked the ball follows the order of subject, verb, object. So this is how you get the order right when writing a sentence. Next, sometimes we do end up writing sentences, but then those might not be clear. So the main problem there is that we haven't written a complete sentence. What we have written is a fragment or an incomplete sentence. So there are 3 primary reasons or causes that can lead to fragments. So these are associated with the use of a subject, how we use verbs, and how we use something called as danger words. So we shall look into tips or steps with respect to these 3. So step number 1 to have a correct sentence is to find the subject. So the subject will be the noun or the pronoun that is involved in an action in the sentence. So it is always essential before you start writing a sentence, it is necessary that you identify who or what is doing the action. So in this case, the candidate felt nervous before entering the interview room. So here you see the candidate. The candidate is the one who is performing an action or who is involved in the action. So the candidate is the subject in this particular sentence here. So this is how you identify your subject. Next is identifying the verb. So verb is nothing but the action word, or it is associated with the action or occurrence. So we'll look at an example. Researchers think in intellectual ways. So again, researchers is nothing but the subject who is involved in an action, and the action here is think. So researchers think. So the subject thinks. So subject followed by the verb. So in this case, the verb is the word called think. Lastly, the final step that you need to ensure to have a complete correct sentence is how you use danger words. Danger words are something that we use whenever we introduce a idea. So these kind of words are called danger words because whenever you make use of them, you should always have a follow-up phrase. In some cases, they're also known as cliffhangers because if you do not have a follow-up phrase, this can make the sentence hanging in nature. That is, it can make the sentence a hanging sentence or something that has not been finished. For example, if you come home. So if you write a sentence such as this, then it is an incomplete sentence because you're not stating what happens after. So if you make use of the danger word if here, so if should always be followed by a follow-up phrase. If this, then what? Few other instances is when you make use of when or because. So when something happens, then what? Or because of something, then what? So you should always remember that when you're making use of such danger words, you should always have follow-up phrases or else your sentence will remain incomplete. So I hope part 1 of today's lesson on sentences has been clearly explained. If you have any doubts, please do leave a comment in the comment box. Please go through the entire part 1 and part 2 shall be up in a couple of days. And do watch part 1 completely before you watch part 2 because that is more of an advanced level of sentence structuring. I hope you have found this video useful. Please do like and share and do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I shall see you in our next video. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.